That we realized. You see, it is not that you are doing anything, it's the divine that is doing. That is doing all the things. And once this detachment comes, you don't get into funny ideas, you see, and this quarreling business starts with that. Now we have, as you must have heard, that SahajaYoga is working in so many countries. Every year I hear one country is added. Now, the thing is, most beautiful thing for me to see all of them together. And I was amazed, they come from all kinds of communities, from all kinds of countries, all kinds of religions, from everywhere. They never fight. Never fight. Of course they pull each other's legs, have a lot of fun and all that. And they are always joyous, very healthy. Now why is it, what is happening? Now the first fundamental truth is that all of us, whether you are white, black, brown, yellow, any color, whatever community, whatever country you may be coming from, all of you have one thing, that is Kundalini, this power within you. It doesn't differentiate. Only we mentally differentiate like this, that this one is like this one is like that. And we have different groups of it. That's our mind which gets into these groups. But for Kundalini, who is your mother, individual mother, is reflected in every person, wherever you may go. I mean, we have people in very remote places like Benin. See, the people from Benin, you know, and then we have people from Eritrea. Imagine, the minister, the prime minister of Eritrea, SahajaYogas. But they are very humble. They are very humble. And they take to it that of course we want further peace. You have to have peace. Now how do you get peace within yourself? That I'll explain to you. Because, as I told you, the subject is very wide, but the best thing is for you to get your realization. Peace is like this. What happens that we go on reacting. Now for my example, I've come here, now I'm seeing all this. I'm trying to see from where it has come, which part of India, whether it is in harmony or not, and all these things, my mind starts working. Then I start thinking how much it would cost if I have to buy it. Now supposing it belonged to me, then I would be much more worried that nobody spoils it, nobody pulls it out. You see, it's like this. So reactions can be of two types. That you get worried about it, or sometimes you do feel happy, but all the time the mind is active, it is reactive all the time. It cannot witness the motion. But what happens that when Kundalini rises, your thoughts which are coming from the future and the past are all there on your head, and they are bombarding. But when Kundalini rises, she elongates the thoughts, and there's a space created in between. Now this space is the place where we become peaceful. And once you become thoughtlessly aware, which Jung has talked about, this thoughtlessly awareness first stage, when it happens, you become absolutely peaceful. Because you are in the present. You are not in the past, nor in the future, but you are in the present. And when you are in the present, what you feel, that peace of a witness. You witness, you see everything. And it's like a picture, the whole thing comes to you, your memory becomes just like a photogenic memory. And you see everything so clearly whenever you want to. It's very simple. For small things, for big things, you don't have to worry about your memory. I'm very old according to the time I was born. But my memory, not all right. But my memory is excellent. I mean, I must say that I don't know how people forget things. I do. If I see somebody's face, I'll definitely remember everything. Maybe names I may little bit get confused, but you know how what names are like. People give whatever name they feel like has no meaning. At least Indian names have meaning, so you can remember. But other names sometimes are so funny, so long, so short, that you don't know how to remember. But that's not the thing. The main thing is that you are kept all the time absolutely alert. Alert about everything. Actually, if that alertness comes into us, then we'll be alert also about ourselves. Why are we doing this? Say you go to some newspaper. My experience has not been very good. Actually, they have not been kind to me at all. But they should see what is their responsibility. Are they responsible? Do they feel that whatever is the truth, are they representing, or are they trying to make up a story, something bombastic, something sensational, something which is not true? So first thing should be that we have to think that we will know the truth and will keep the truth, will talk the truth. But for that you don't have to go to the court to put your hand on the Bible or a Gita, but you have to say yourself on your heart. And it just happens you can't do anything wrong because you see the power of truth is very. It will keep you all the time so much in very joyous mood. It gives you joy. Joy is singular. It is not like unhappiness and happiness. Joy is singular. You are in joy. And that joy is of love. Love and affection and compassion. Everybody's heart is full of it. But we don't open our heart. We're so afraid, if I open my heart, what will happen? This thing. But it doesn't mean the perversion. Now, because we have not expressed our true love, it's getting perverted. Most of your problems come from that perversion. If you could open the heart of the people in the right way, it will give you that joy which is described in all the scriptures. I am not against any religion, against anything. But I must tell you, the religion has taken a new course. If the religion becomes power-oriented, money-oriented, then it's not a religion. It has to be spirit-oriented. I must tell you frankly, if it is not spirit-oriented, it's not a religion. Absolutely. It has to be spirit-oriented. Now, in any religion, whatever it is, every religion, they have said that you have to know yourself. Everybody has said. And the time has come. This is a special time when people are going to get their certification. My contribution to all this is only very simple, that I felt that giving one realization to one person, because I was born like this, will not be of any help, because they'll crucify that person or kill that person, torture that person. People don't want to see anybody outstanding, To me also they have tried to trouble. But it's all right, after all they're ignorant, I don't mind. Now, so this actual understanding of the whole thing should be such that if you rise above your awareness, the awareness itself gets enlightened. You can feel vibrations, you can easily say who is a realized soul, who is not a realized soul. That's how I said that William Blake was a realized soul, Abraham Lincoln was a realized soul, because you can feel vibrations. They are dead, but still you can feel. You can feel vibrations from so many things that you can feel that this is the place where some great man must have lived. That's why they are vibrations. It's not a myth, it's actualization. It just happens. You can see the actualization of the baptism, you can call it. And actually it happens, it's not just talking, saying this, that, money collection, but it is the divine within us which is awakened. All of us have that, so why not get it? We all have it. And then you can't pay for it. You can't pay for love, can you? How much have we paid God who runs our heart? Nothing. In the same way, it just works. It's a living process, and every living process is, and it has no distinction between any kind of personality. They have to be just human beings. And there are so many children also nowadays born as realized souls. I was surprised in the last now, some SahajaYogis have started looking after abused children. I mean, this is something, I can't understand the perversion to the last. But these children are realized souls. That's why they tortured. Because they are realized souls, so they couldn't bear it, so they have tortured them. These children are so sweet now They're always waiting for surgeons to come and talk. The people said, what have you done? What is so special about you that these children are all the time waiting, ask them when are they coming, when are they? Just see how much cruelty we do in the name of corrections and things. Actually, it's a sinful act, the way we are deceiving ourselves and deceiving others. Now, all these things are going on around us, and we see the world. Sometimes we feel that this world will be destroyed or what will happen. It's not going to be destroyed. After all, the one who has created knows how to save it also. So it won't be destroyed. But some may be destroying themselves. Actually, we destroy ourselves. God will never destroy us. That's one thing for sure. But if we want to destroy ourselves, we have freedom. We can do what we like. Only we human beings have the freedom. We can kill ourselves or we can save others. It's such a tremendous thing. But in America, somehow or other, I have not been very successful so far. For the first time, we had such a meeting here. And I've never met the press anywhere also in America. But only in any other place now, from somebody has come from Turkey. Every week they are publishing about me in the front page. Imagine in Turkey we have 2,000 surgeries, they are Muslims. So why in America it doesn't work out, I don't know. Because there's no sensation in it. That's of course what true. No sensation of any kind, you just jump, you don't do anything. It's just simple happening where you are sitting, you just get it. It's relaxation, complete relaxed temperament, and all the things that are written in that, whatever they have given you is absolute truth. There's nothing that is exaggerated, and there are many more things you have to know. But please humble down a little bit and see for yourself that you get it. Alright, I don't want to speak long because they said there are some people who want to ask me questions. So I would like to spare some time for you to ask me questions. But there's one thing, you see, don't go the way you go about with other journalism, like asking me why your hair are black, why your hands are like this, why do you wear this? I mean, all sorts of things, you know, I'm a married woman. So, in a normal way, you should ask them. I'm not a politician, I have nothing to do with your politics. I tell you, this is no politics. I don't call it, we have to have divine politics. And divine politics is such, now with all these organizations, so-called of SahajaYoga, there's no organization. We have no secretariat, we have no officers, we have nothing like that. It just works. We don't have to do anything because there's collective consciousness. We are all connected with each other. Just works. You know, you'll be amazed how things are working out. Now we are having a program in one place, Kana Johri Kal, they call it. I'm just sitting there, I'm doing nothing. But everything is working out. Everything. There was not even a single roof there. Everything has worked out. People have come all over the world to America. They are so concerned about America because always I said, I don't know what's wrong with America. SahajaYoga doesn't work. You see, I told them, don't go after this guru, he's not all right. Don't go after that person. They didn't like it. Why should I say such a thing? Now all those gurus have made a big money. Some of them have died, some have run away, some are in the courts, all this. But they don't like it. But I'm not a newspaper person that I'll go on praising everybody or criticizing anybody. What I'm trying to tell you, the truth is that you better find yourself. You better know your value. You better know that God has made you for a special purpose, and these are the special times that they call as last judgment. This is the time you have to judge. And you will be judged. You will be judged. If you are in the spiritual life, all right. If you are not, forget it. It's like that, it's so simple as that. You have to know yourself and get rid of all your nonsensical ideas, also all these artificial problems. I hope I've been able to talk to you nicely, but as I told you that it is nothing but that. It's love and compassion. But it is not mixed up with something perverted. It's not mixed up with something which is very localized, or maybe something like a love affair and all that. It's nothing. It is not also any identification. Now I'm an Indian, or you are an American, you are something. Makes no difference at all. We are all human beings, and that's what we realize within ourselves, that it's not true. These are all, God made these lands not to create problems, but to love each other. And this is very important today, as you can see, for the emancipation of the world, for the emancipation of human beings, and to give them love, joy, which is their right. So SahajaYoga is, Sahaja means Saha, born with you. Saha is with, Ja means born. Born with you is this, I should say, the right. It's a very, very, very fundamental right, that you get your realization is yoga, union with the divine. This is your right to get it. Everybody has this right to get it, and then you will realize what have you got. Before that, you are still on a level which is not such. So I would request you to take to this realization and also ask me questions. If you want, you can ask me questions first.
I have two questions, and of course not personal. The first one is speak about realization. You must get, how do we get it, number one? And secondly, I'm interested in your husband. Where did it get? That's right.
We'd like to know where is the hospital in India?
A husband is
That's, you see what I will say, in a way it is both. So, you see the hospital now we have in India. I started this hospital long time back, I think that was 8 years. And you see, actually we got a very good doctor who is a retired doctor, and who is realized, who got realization. I cured his wife, I cured his granddaughter by surgery. So he took, and this hospital is running there, and we don't charge for medicines, for treatment, for anything, but for stay. That's only for the one bed, 300 rupees. $10 for 1 day. $10. $8. I'm sorry. $8. And for the room, which is air conditioned with bathroom, but the room only we charge 1,000 rupees. That's all. But otherwise, for the doctors, for the nurses, for the services, for the treatment, we don't. Because this treatment is not done with medicines. You know, these days medicine is so dangerous. You take one medicine, God knows what reaction you'll get. Then you go to another doctor. You have to end up with taking out of your teeth, eyes, ears, everything. So it's not like that. It is only we work on the chakras, on the centers, as we have shown you. On the centers. What is the center? Every person has different centers from. Then we see if they are suffering by overactivity or by, you can say, inactivity. There are two types of patients. One are overactive, and some are who are possessed by the inactivity. So these two types of people actually are there because of the two sympathetic nervous systems. Now, of course, doctors have started accepting, when I was studying, they did not, that the left sympathetic is different and right is different. But still, they don't know anything about parasympathetic, I must tell you very frankly. Parasympathetic will only know through surgery. It's very simple. It's very, very simple.
Where it is the hospital?
It is very near Bombay, called as New Bombay. And so many people have been there, have been cured, and they have been helped. I don't keep the list of that, but I'm really amazed how people are coming and they find it very cheap to see the whole place also, and looked after with love, with compassion, with love. It's the main.
My first question was, how does one get the realization?
That I'm going to try just now, alright? After questions. It's spontaneous. You don't have to do anything. It's very spontaneous. You all look so loving. You all can get it. Any other questions? Yes, madam?
Why do you think that Americans seem to be more resistant to realization?
Why Americans you think are resistant to realization?
I think they are very great. I think they think they are on top of the world already. You have to come to down. Isn't it true? It is high. But this temperament. Even in India, if somebody gets lots of money, he floats in the air. You just can't talk to that person.
That's good.
Very common. Money goes into head. It's money orientation. Also, power goes into head. See, immediately they sit on the horse. All these things, that's why this head is to be crossed over. Important.
Population numbers, we're not so fortunate as to be wealthy. They're more on the other end, they're suffering from poverty and lack of. So it's very, they all, based on their condition, they're also faced with violence, crime, drugs, and all of those things. And so really, we need a way to show them how to utilize this wealth.
I used to say, see, the people she works with are people who are suffering with poverty, violence, crime. So what is the best way to reach to them?
See, for poverty, there are ways of working it out. Poverty, there are ways of doing it. And also, now for example, in India, I have started a big school for children who fail in the 8th class to give them vocational training. In India, we don't have. We have generous people, no doubt. But we don't need money just now. We are all right. These children are taken from about, say, they are from 14 to 16 years of age who have failed in life, so far. So we teach them like we don't have plumbers in India. Here also, if you call a plumber, you better find out from the back how much money. So, in the same way, we have problems of that, and also say for example carpentry. Indians used to do all the carpentry with their hands, you see, but because of machinery, that trade is gone now. So we are people who have to learn how to do it with their machinery, if you give them machinery. So we are going to teach them carpentry, driving. We can't get drivers there very well, but they are not very highly paid people in any way, but at least they'll be paid something. And other crafts like that. Then another thing is that we should, what we are doing in India, to find out what the poor people make. For example, my father was a lawyer. He used to go to a very far-fetched village for a case he was in. And there I found very, very, very poor people. They had no houses. They used to live in the trees because they were animals and things, you see. And also they used to wear only one cloth. Ladies would wear too, about cloth, only cloth. They used to cover themselves. And very poor, and that time only I really felt like crying for them. So now I decided that I'll start export business. So imagine me doing business. I can't even count rupees. But I started the business, so-called, and first thing I started was I asked my brother to go and see in that village what sort of people are there, if they are still making the terracotta. Very creative, very beautiful. He said they are still making. And some of them are Greeks, you know. When Alexander came to our country, they stayed. And they are there. And what they are making, they call it bell metal. No one makes in the whole world that sort of a thing. I said, all right, we'll export. So we have exported now to America also. Last in America. Because America, you don't know what they would like. But somebody has dared to ask for it. I said, all right, I'll say. So that also we have exported to America. And it's working out. Well, she said it's working out very well here. Because poor people are very creative. They are very creative people. And they should not be given arms. It's a wrong idea. Because if you give them arms, for example, we have so many development coming from these UN and all that. They will go in a well, or they will dig a well. All right. Then what happens? So much money, inflation comes in. They take to drinking, this, that. And also that well is not looked after. But make them make a well themselves. They should try to make a well themselves, see for work it for them, so they look after this well. So that is how we have started. The village we can do it. And the village craft in India is tremendous. But they don't know how to export, you know. What they are exporting is fans or motorcycles or something like that. You see, what we have in the villages is wealth of handmade. Now here you go anywhere, this is handmade. To us, what is handmade? Everything is handmade only. But they say this is handmade, this is handmade. First I used to be shocked when handmade means we thought they make otherwise. And you know, these handmade things we have such a treasure. In the poorest of poorest countries, you see. You have a Benin, you see. What embroidery. You have to just guide them. You tell them what to do. You know, unless and until you have that love for them, you cannot disturb. Also, if they don't know anything, if you tell them you make this, they'll make it. Now, for your information, most of your things are coming from such developing countries. For example, shirts that you wear, made in USA, are made in Turkey. Then in Tunisia, they make very beautiful things which are branded by French. See, like that, leather things. So now they are exploiting, also trying to exploit Indian labor also. So exploit the Indian labor and exploit their own people with money. It's a trick of the trade is like that. But if you can really get it from these people, poor people, what they make, put them to something which they can do, and if you can manage them, they'll have their self-respect. Actually, despite everything, I must say, Indian poor people have very great respect. Very respect. They won't do anything cheap. Now, supposing you buy from them something like this thing, they say, this is just clay. This is just our Indian soil. Why are you buying? Like that they talk. I said, no, it is very valuable. You have no idea. So then they would sell it. Other they don't want to sell, you take it. They are starving. They have nothing. They are very wonderful people. But if you torture them and say you're poor and all the time, you freak them, then they can't even create. They take holes in their hand and make it all. Like that, you see, also, I felt too much for Indian industry. Especially they are Muslim. Most of them are Muslim women. And for them I started a residence for them. Now, they can do a lot of work. I was amazed how they can stitch beautiful clothes for children with beautiful embroidery, you know. They have a heart. All of them have a heart. And also they want to do now garden. They want to do gardening, they want to create flowers. The flowers were expensive now. And we thought that you can export flowers. So like that, so many things they make. They are so creative. Now here you get, I don't know what you call that, patchwork. In India, nobody will wear the patchwork. It is regarded something cheapish. Because all these village women, they make it so beautifully. And I saw them selling here in New York.
Your opinion about how the women in India, as far as equality is concerned, are we giving equal rights to our women in India? I would like to hear from you and your husband. Hopefully, will.
Now, you see, our style and culture is different, what I'm saying. The thing is that woman is regarded, I mean, not nowadays, of course, because it's different, but most of the women in the villages are regarded as Sakshat. Lakshmi means mother, goddess of wealth. So she is to be respected. All the people will respect. You see, nobody dare insult. That was our society, and is still in the villages society. And the women feel very proud that they are housewives. They are proud because they are housewives. We have our children. We can look after our children. We can cook. They are great cooks also. So you see, what happens that they know that their area is their household, but they don't feel suffocated. They don't feel they are lower down. Like even my husband who is here, he will tell you about me. That first thing is I am a very good housewife. First of all, I know very good cooking, everything. You know, to please men, you must know how to cook. Yeah, of course. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. And women should not feel low about it. You are praised so much. You see, I was surprised because one gentleman, my husband was, in the foreign, he was Secretary General of the IMO, International Maritime Organization and all that. Very international thing, very formal and all that. But all his friends used to come to my house to have chicken made by me. Can you imagine? Such big Johnnies, They used to come down for that. And I was known all over the world for that, making good chickens. But my husband knows all the list of things that I make very well. And so, you see, it is something the woman must know her own value. I don't like to work with men all the time fighting, quarreling, it's funny stuff. I love my own house, my own home. I have 2 daughters and 4 grandchildren and now 2 great-grandchildren. And we are all very happily living, enjoying each other because of love. You see, competition is because of money, because here the men dominate for money. Maybe in India also they might dominate a little bit for money. But women know how to dominate because they know how to do. That's it. Women must know their own powers. Then they will not write for the men's powers or what? What are their powers, stupid? See, I would hate to have so many bosses, so many this thing. Only one boss you have to please him. That's all. Very simple life. But we should accept our own. We should be proud of it. And that really gives you the family life and everything. It's a woman who is the preserver of the society. This we don't realize. Woman is the preserver of the society. If she understands she is the preserver, then you can bring around all the men. All the men. Because she is the one who preserves the family. Now without the family, what will men do? They'll commit suicide. So you must just pour love in the whole family, the whole atmosphere, how to manage it. And you should be very patient and loving. And I tell you, all my in-laws are at least 100 in-laws I have, my husband's family. They will come to see me, not him. He's sitting here, I'm telling you. They will come all the way to see me, but not him, because he was a big man, a formal, this, that. And some of them used to just run away if I was not in the house. So for what we should work? What do we get? This money? Money for what? Then the women now has become slavish people. Very slavish. Because they have to please the boss, please this thing, they have to dress up fairly, they have to look nice, they have to look young, all sorts of things, so many, enterprises have started this. But here, you don't care for all these things. If you are a woman in the house, then manage everything very well. And if the husband tries to trouble you, all the family will be after him. It's like that, It's a very safe. It's very safe and very enjoying and very good. It's all pervading in the society also, everywhere. But these days, people are getting so perverted in the brain. I'll tell you one example. One lady, she was the boss, she was the wife of a very big boss, from India. So she came to come for a dinner. And in the dinner, they keep places for people, they with their names, labels, everything. So she was not there, she was missing. So she was very smart, very smart. For an Indian, she was overly smart, wearing a very short thing and always wearing her goggles and all that, talking with her eyes like that. And we were quite little dwarfy for her. But, I was surprised she was not there and everybody was waiting for her. On this big formal dinner. So I said, all right, I'll go to the toilet. There, she's waiting room, she was sitting there. I said, what are you doing here? They made me sit here. I said, they made you sit here. Can't understand. So I asked the manager, why did you make them sit there? Alright, why did you make them sit there? They said, we thought she is his secretary. We never thought that's his wife. So the dignity of the wife, if you give up, you are no more. One must understand, the women must understand how powerful they are. In India they are called Shakti, they are called as power. See? But you must know how to handle your husband, to handle your family with you. And you have to bear a little bit. Of course you have to be patient, you have to bear a little bit. But you must know they are all not yet mature. But the struggle that we have here now, I find, or in other places, European places of the women, is absolutely not necessary. We have to change the society. Now in SahajaYoga people get married. There are international marriages, all kinds of marriages. 99% marriages are successful. 1% might fail because we marry a Russian to an American to an Indian. So it's quite a change and quite a different thing. So you can imagine how these people have become 99% people who are married in SahajaYoga are wonderful and they have very beautiful children. What other line? Just one. In any other sphere you are working, you can ask the question. I would like to give you realization. That's what they are saying, that you give them realization. And, it's a better idea. He says that tomorrow we are going to have a very big program. But the hall is small, I must say, doesn't matter. It's such a big city, or everything seems to be smaller and smaller. Alright, so for that, if you want your realization, it's your freedom. It is respected. You have to ask for it. I cannot force. You cannot force. And if you want to go away, you can go away. It's completely, because if you have to have the ultimate freedom, this freedom has to be respected. And this freedom is that if you want, you can have it. If you don't want, so they are saying that you all are invited to that program. Where are we having?
Town Hall, tomorrow, Town Hall, at 7:30. It will be a wonderful program where you will have your self-realization. That's on 43rd Street. I think everyone must know where Town Hall is. 123 West 43rd Street, and doors open at 7:30.
But I must tell you one thing. You don't have to pay, you don't have to stand on your heads. Nothing you have to do. To just sit on your seats or on the ground doesn't matter. As simple as that. Because I told you, it's your fundamental right.
I will ask you just 1 second to join me in thanking Sri Mataji. She comes, as I said, and she brings so much, and so much is still to be had. So I just wanted to, from our heart, Sri Mataji, I have something from all of us to you for giving us your time and your love and bringing so much to the whole humanity, Sri Mataji. I thank you so very much on behalf of